Howdy, everybody. It's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It is your Thursday night live stream, and tonight we will be hopefully sharing non scale victories for January. Technically, we should have done this last Thursday, but I still had in my brain we do it the first Monday of the month. But we don't do live streams around here on Monday no more, so I kind of messed that up a little bit. But that's okay. We're back, we're at it, and I had some important updates last week anyway about my health. So, as always, I will start out with my week. I'll check in with the chat, and then we'll end with non scale victories. So, I'm glad that you're here. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. Hey, Jocelyn, thanks for stopping by and commenting. Oh, Cheryl's asking how you are. Jocelyn says she's hanging in there, chugging along with work, ready to see some fun videos with all the ladies in the mini trampolines. Oh, yeah, the rebounders. Or I call it my jumpaline, but yeah. They have all arrived. I don't know if Coach has actually put hers together yet, but I know that Mary, Cheryl, and Camille have all put theirs together. Well, Camille had her husband put hers together for her as a surprise. Although she said she knew because he was not thrilled, because very much like me, he did not use the tool until the end when you realize you should have used the tool at the beginning. Cheryl says it's rainy there. Her body isn't thrilled. Yeah, the weather's kind of got me a little bit. I don't know if y'all can hear it or if it's just me who feels it, but I got all this junk. Jocelyn says it's been raining most of the week with that atmospheric river we have in California. I have been brain boggled by all of the rain in California. There were places that got more rain in one day than they normally get all year. Alan had posted, I think it was an Instagram short. It might have been on YouTube too. Sometimes he'll do in both places of like I don't know if it was a dam or what. He's like, he had never seen water in there before. And like that water was flowing. I'm like, man, I don't know what is going on. Cheryl said she did get a rebounder put together with a little help from her son. Yeah, he helped her put the frame together and stuff. I'm glad you made the purchase too, and I'm glad that you are happy with it, Cheryl. Hey, Lori, thanks for joining. You made it to the Thursday night live stream. Oh, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Hi to everybody. Hey, Tasharia. Hey, Mama, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh, y'all be so chatty. Hold on. We're just hello, Marcy's here. Thanks, Marcy. Marcy got to do a workout with us today. It was Coach's live workout that she does every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central. Marcy, you picked like one of the hardest ones we've done in a long time. It was a core 30-minute core. Ow. At one point, I don't remember which exercise it was. When we were done, I literally just laid there because I was like, I cannot even push my body up off of the floor right this second. Give me just a hot second, Coach. I was talking to her. She couldn't hear me. She kept going. Whatever. It's fine. She can keep going. I'll catch up. Hey, Michelle's here. Hey, Michelle. Thanks for joining the live stream. Okay. Greetings, everybody. Kenneth is here. Hey, Kenneth. Thanks for joining the live stream this evening. And I'm scrolling. Michelle says she's had the junk since New Year's Day. Please leave her family. Yeah, please leave. Everybody's getting sick, it seems like. Marcy said you had to modify, but you did it. Absolutely. Yeah, Cheryl says Marcy sure did come to a hard workout. Good thing you have those modifications. Yeah, at the end, I was using the bench because I couldn't even. Once I hit the point where I'm like, I can't even get off the floor right this moment. I was originally in my living room on my TV. Oh, I was watching her on my TV, but I always have it open on my phone so that I can comment. So I just brought my phone in here. I do it against my bench, my core and my lower back. Oof, oof. And I've been a little bit sore this week. So let's talk about the fun things that have happened this week. So fun thing number one, we kind of already talked about it. Those of us who had accidentally hopped ourselves up into buying new rebounders, we all got them. And I know I'm not sure if Kirsten has hers put together yet, but I know everybody else has theirs put together and have used them and are very pleased with their purchase. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. That'll come back up later in my non-scale victories for the month as well, because I've actually been using it in a certain way for a non-scale victory that I'm working on. So that's been really, really fun. I'm excited for them to be able to use it. I mean, you don't have to use one to be here, but it is a lot of fun. Hey, Mary made it! Yay, yay, yay! You made it! You didn't have to work forever today. I'm glad. I was just updating everybody that y'all got your jump lanes, your rebounders. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun getting that done. So in the past week, we oh, and if you didn't get to catch it this week, I feel like I've talked to y'all a bunch, but that's because a lot of y'all were also at Cheryl's live stream on Tuesday. So unfortunately, our friend Alita was not feeling well and she could not make Cheryl's live stream. And so I had told Cheryl anytime, she needed somebody, I would be there. And she was like, so if somebody cancels, you'll show up. I was like, yeah, Cheryl, just let me know. And so sadly, that happened this week, but luckily for me, I got to join Cheryl for another live stream. We had a lot of fun. We did talk about the rebounders. I did jump on it for a little bit, the old one and the new one, to kind of show the difference in the sound, which is not the only difference, but it is a big difference to. I don't have to blare music anymore. I can play music at a normal level because the sound of the springs on the one that I have back there were loud. So, anyway, so we talked about that. We talked about sourdough, which, if you don't know, I love it. I don't eat it very often. I actually haven't had any in weeks, but I'm probably going to be baking some this weekend. So we talked a lot about that, and that was super fun. So if you haven't been able to catch that, go over to Cheryl's place and give that a watch because it was a lot of fun. We love Misty time. Thanks, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Hey, Camille's here. Oh, I'm trying to click on it. Hello, Camille. Thanks for. How are you awake? It's amazing. We appreciate it. Well, I guess it's only 6:00 your time. It's not quite bedtime yet. I updated everybody that y'all got your rebounders. I love that y'all all almost took the exact same picture because you took a picture of you standing on it, which I thought was really cute. Yeah, so we did that. We did Cheryl's live stream. Of course, I did have the Fit Squad workout this weekend. Coach has been here, so I just got to participate, which I enjoy. Been walking with Amy on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Been bouncing on the rebounder, actually bouncing on the new one, which has been nice. And then you're in bed with your popcorn. I approve of that. I approve of that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, Camille. I told Camille after she was done, if you haven't seen Cheryl's, she's got a lot of great guests that have already been on. When Camille was done, I was like, Camille, I can't believe you didn't talk about popcorn. She's like, oh, I'm getting me a bowl right now. So it's been a great week, but there will be a video upcoming or incoming, both, I guess, however you look at it, because I am sort of back in my video mojo. I have a few already scheduled for next week as well. And one tomorrow will be out if you want to give it a watch. So, but we went on a walk this weekend. So it was a park that we had gone to before, but they were closed when we got there and we couldn't figure out how to get into the gate, and we waited for a little while. Nobody showed up. So Natasha found another park nearby, which we also really liked. But excuse me. we went this time and Natasha's like, be there at like 8:15. We're like, okay. And then she's like, parking spot number 1, parking spot number 2, parking spot number 3. So she had gone there and found some different entrances and gave us different spots to go. So we started at spot 1, it was still closed. We went to spot 2, it worked. We had to use a porta potty. It was super clean. It was very nice. Even though we kept trying to Mary, I love you. As much as we know that I don't listen to Mary, I would just like to say for the record, she also don't listen to me sometimes. Because she's like, oh, I have toilet in my car. I'm like, toilet paper rather. I'm like, you don't need it. They have like fresh rolls of toilet paper right here. It's just cleaned yesterday. She's like, okay, but I have toilet paper in my car. I'm like, okay, but it's okay. That's fine. Then she gets in there and she's like, hey, this toilet paper's fresh. It's still packaged. I was like, I tried. I tried to relay that message, but it was on this weird angle where you were on it like this, trying to use the bathroom. This is a little awkward, but we all got it done. And then we went for a walk, and then we found a park. We found not one park, but 2 parks. Were these parks for children? Probably. But Natasha and I were there, so we crushed it. It was so much fun. I was so proud of myself. I have Mary's hard of hearing, but only with Misty. That's probably true. Mary's laughing. You know it's true. I'll say something. She really just doesn't hear me. That is the truth. I believe that it's just I speak and she just doesn't hear me. Because it happens all the time where I will say something and then like a minute later, Mary has this great idea of what I just said. And Natasha and I will look at each other and I was like, did you hear me say that? She's like, I did. I was like, okay. Okay, great. Touche. It happens. We get used to not listening to each other. We talk all of the time. So, whatever. No, I love you, Mary. You know that. But we found this park and it had all these different things. It had like, I don't know, I wrote it like a bull. It's like this big blue. You had to, oh guys, I'm going to put that video together and get that one out for y'all as well. And sometimes Mary just in the videos cracking me up. More often than not, Mary is, it actually, Mama, it kind of reminds me of you when we would go swimming because my mama cannot swim and she would tell us, you can go swimming, I can't save you, so if you drown. Sorry about you. Sorry for you. That's kind of how Mary is when we get on these things. She's like, okay, y'all go do that. You want me to film? If you die, I'll call somebody. But it's very important to have that person there regardless. So you love seeing us climb? Yeah. It's so much fun. We did so much. Just wait till you see everything. I know y'all got to see some pictures. Those of you who follow me like in the Fit Squad and the Discord, I know y'all got to see pictures and stuff. The video is hysterical. I know you can't hear. I said I think it's really just because she physically cannot hear me. I did say that. I might have said it quiet. Guys, Mary gives it out. I know y'all are only hearing my end of the conversation right now, but Mary gives it out just as good as she takes it. So you'll either film or try to catch me when you fall. That last part is a lie because you filmed it. You did not try to catch me. More to come on that in the video that's going to be out soon, guys. Anyway, and then for those of you who have been watching, I know not a lot of people watch it because it's a rebounder and me putting it together. It's not the most entertaining video, but I wanted to put it out for the people who were getting the rebounder that were like mine or similar to just show them some tips and tricks and put a video out because I like talking to y'all. And I was doing it anyway, so why not film it? So I don't know if it was from that or from those jungle gym top things we did because we had ropes courses and everything. But guys, like I've got like a rug burn. I've got bruises like all over. Oh my goodness. Having fun is dangerous. I have no idea what I did. Look at my arms. Nothing hurt. Nothing still hurts. I mean, it hurts a little if you push it. It's a bruise, but like this I know this is Matt Burn from the Jumpaline. I slid when I was trying to pull one of the things and it burned the skin off my that one hurt. That one I don't like to burn. That's my least favorite thing. Yeah, I don't know if the video will be awesome, but it's fun for me to watch. You think they're from climbing to the slide? Maybe. It was tiny. It was for children. And they're like, you can do it. I'm like, that's right. Toddler Misty can get in there. And I surely did it. It was a tight space. I definitely wouldn't have fit 2 years ago, even. Because I barely fit this time. But that was so much fun, guys. Now I want to go do more things. So one of the things that I got to do was some ropes again, but like actual, more like I don't know what you would call it, like because the other rope thing y'all saw me do was like that triangle. If you stayed for the Get It Together, you got to see that. It was like a triangle and we climbed up it. This one was more like well, there was one that was literally like a web that I just crawled straight up, but there were some that were like netting, so there were like big squares in a net pattern and I got to climb like I'm on top of the net and can see through it. Does that make sense? Do y'all have any idea? Can y'all envision that at all? I don't know. Anyway, I was telling the girls that, and Mommy, you'll probably remember this. Maybe it was just a Texas thing. Did anybody else have a Sesame Street place? Because Mary and Natasha didn't know what I was talking about. So I don't know if it was just in the Dallas area, if there were more of them, like was it a chain? Did anybody else ever have a Sesame Street place? Anyway, at Sesame Street place, you enter by first going down a big old slide. That place was super fun. It was so fun. But there was this ropes course thing. I was so scared. I had a panic attack on that thing. My dad had to come and help me get across. It was the most frightening thing. Like just even remembering it makes me scared. Even though this past weekend I did something exactly like that and I crushed it. I not only did it just flat like this, I did one that was sideways and moved sideways across it. I was a little scared. But I did it anyway. I was going to climb over that spider web and I thought better of it because I was like, maybe don't pace yourself, girl, pace yourself. You can go big or go home, but you don't want to go home. You want to have breakfast first. Actually, I didn't want to have breakfast. I barely ate, but that's a different story. Anyway, so much fun. I got the bruises to prove I was playing like a child, though. I don't know. I don't know that it's a good thing that I got so many bruises from it. Hey, Gina, thanks for being here. She says, like your son scheduled your grandson's 2-year-old birthday party at a place that's a whole building with play places like McDonald's and then proceed to tell you could climb with him. It's so much fun, right? She said, hold her chocolate milk because it's 2. Yeah, Camille says I should do a rock climbing wall. There was a little rock climbing wall there, and I couldn't even get it. I couldn't do it because I couldn't get my feet stable on. I'm not saying I won't, Camille. It's one of the things that I've told Natasha I want to do, like a rock climbing ropes course place. They wouldn't let you climb with a chocolate milk? Rude. We all love you being here, Gina. No Sesame Street place? You think there was or is one in Pennsylvania, but you don't know about Ohio. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're not around anymore. I mean, I even remember they had like this, like how they do TV. And then they had it for Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And you got, not you, but people there like kids would get chosen and they got to ride on, it wasn't an actual speeder, but it made it look like they were on one of the speeder bikes going real fast through the forest, and they showed how they did all that. It was just a cool place, and you can meet the characters, and there were like all these little zones that you could go to and play. That was a lot of fun. Why don't they do places like that anymore? They probably should. Maybe they do, and I just don't know that they're there because I've been too scared of them. Anyway, so when y'all see that video of you, it's so funny. I've gone back and I've watched some of the videos, and when you're in the moment, you're in the moment. And so I forgot half of what I said in the moment. But right before I start those ropes, you can hear me go, "This is not Sesame Street Place." Like, I totally had to hype myself up. Like, you are fine. You're an adult. This is not scary. You are strong. You have good balance. You can do this. This is not Sesame Street Place. So now when y'all hear me say that in the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. Gina says the rock climbing wall can prepare you for the amazing race. That's right, Camille. We need to do the amazing race. She's going to eat all the gross stuff. I'm going to be the navigator. No, I'm going to be the driver. She's going to be the navigator because I can drive any car. I mean, I've never driven on the other side of the road, but I've already done research that the pedals are in the same place. So I feel like I can be there for you, Camille. I don't know. I think I may be kind of like your son, where not Max, but if I think it's dumb, I might just be like, why? But sometimes I can push through that and do it anyway, because my brain is very logical in things. But if I can make it logically fun, or if I can figure out a logical reason why I should do it, I can trick my brain into logical things. I don't know. That makes sense. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Camille. I maybe need to watch some episodes of the show too, so that I know. I know they travel, and then they do like different stunts or activities or puzzles or eat gross stuff, and like whoever does it the fastest wins. Yeah, I can drive a stick shift. That's not a problem. I don't have one right now, but I am 100% confident I could step into one. Anything as big as I wouldn't go above like an F-350 or anything like that, but I'm not trying to get into like driving RVs or big rigs or nothing like that, but any regular standard truck I'd be able to do. Am I competitive? No. Oh no, then we can't be a team, Camille, because I'm the least competitive person ever. I play for fun. And if you get mad about that, that's on you, because I'm still going to play for fun. I'll play real hard. I'm very competitive with myself. I can promise you that I will give 110% at whatever the activity is. Will I be heartbroken if we were the first team out? Nope. Because I know I gave 110% at whatever it was I was supposed to be giving 110% at. So, and I say 110 because I would probably do things that I didn't want to, just because I can logically make sense of that. It's a game show. You're supposed to do things you don't want to do to win money. So I'm competitive with myself. I mean, I think y'all know that already. I can make myself do things, but if we win or lose, could care less. Unimportant. That's when your race win. Well, that's when I think Camille's would end too. That's how I became the driver. She's a real good navigator, evidently. And she eats gross stuff. And y'all know I don't even like to eat good stuff sometimes. So, anyway, so yeah, that's kind of been my week. We got our rebounders. I got bruises all over my body. Had a fun live stream, joined a bunch of live streams. Deanna didn't have hers, unfortunately, this past weekend, but she should be back to it this week coming up, I believe. And I believe I know now why she might not have had it, but I'm not going to say anything because she's doing a whole project over on her channel. If you haven't gone and checked it out yet, she's so freaking creative. It impresses me. She'll probably never see this, but it still doesn't mean it's not true, so I'm still going to say it. Spoiler alert, if you're one of my regular friends that I talk to all the time, Chances are I talk about you when you're not here. Even if you never hear it. They ate century-old eggs in the last episode. Are they actually a century old, or are they? Well, Lori says it's disgusting. Oops. And Cheryl says Deanna is very creative. She is. I have heard of a century-old egg, but I don't actually know what it is. Is it one of the eggs where the chicken is still in it? I wouldn't want to do that, but I probably could. If I mean, I might throw it up. I mean, I have a really bad gag reflex with food that I don't like. If you feed me Jello, I'm probably going to throw up the Jello, but I would eat it. They're actually a century old. How did people think about doing that? And you wait for that's a long time to wait. And it's on purpose. Like you had to plan to wait that long. I don't know. That's weird. You look gross. You bet they smell terrible. See, that's another wonderful thing. Like my sense of smell is poof. It's done for. It's done so. Like I barely have it. On our walk this morning, we were walking and Amy's looking at me and she's like, "You don't smell it at all, do you?" I was like, "Nope." What? She's like, "It smells like sewage." I was like, "Oh no, I don't smell anything. Smells fine." I can't smell Lily's poop either. It's great for me. So it's not the smell of something. Like I could probably eat what's that? What's that really stinky cheese? I want to I want to say Lancashire, but that's like a lobster, uh, or like durian. I feel like I could eat it. Like I feel like I could get past the smell. I think durian is gelatinous though, so I don't know. Hey, Will's here. Hey, Will, thanks for joining. I saw everybody say hi to you, so I had to go find your comment there. It's black. It's a delicacy. I mean, I guess because people wait a century to be able to eat one. No thanks. I mean, not just as an everyday thing. No thanks. Um, Lindbergh, maybe that's what it is. There's some like really stinky cheese that people love. Like there are people who are obsessed with this cheese. I want to say it starts with an L, but I don't remember. Oh, hey, you know what? Um, Cheryl. Cheryl, are you out there? Cheryl, moderator Cheryl, are you listening? I'm going to want you to do me a favor and see if something works. Limburger, that's the one. Lori for the win. Limburger. All right, Cheryl's out there. Cheryl, do me a favor. I'm trying to set up Nightbot, which is a chat bot to help. I want you to type in as a comment an exclamation point and then the word pal, P-A-L, no spaces. So exclamation point pal. Oh, Camille says that she used to work in a deli and they got a will of it and you thought it was the worst because of the smell. Did you ever? Thank you, Cheryl. Yay! So I have set up in Nightbot. Every few seconds it will refresh. And if you would like to share your YouTube channel and you are a YouTuber, if you type in exclamation point pal, it'll post your link in the comment. Look at me go. So y'all can all do it, or nobody. And a lot of y'all don't have channels. That's what I love about my community. Really, seriously, it's one of the things that I love the most is that I have so many of you who are here who don't do YouTube. I love that. I don't know why, but I think that's just awesome. I feel like I have regular people, and that's what I want. Not that you other YouTubers aren't regular people, but I love that. Oh, the smell was atrocious. Ugh. I think I wouldn't smell it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's supposed to smell like stinky feet. Marcy's link is there now. Visit my pal Marcy. Yay. Tasharia, you're the reason that I'm trying this Notbot. Your Notbot does all kinds of things. I can only figure out how to do like 2. Well, let me see. What else do I have? Oh, you can do weather too. So if you want to find out or put in the chat what the weather is where you are, if you put exclamation point weather, it should give the weather local to your area. I learned that one from your live stream, Tasharia. Guys, I really am trying to make this live stream a little bit more fun. And I want to shout out y'all's YouTube channels, because for those of you who are here who follow me who don't have YouTube, I want you to follow my friends because I think they're great, right? And most of you know them, and most of you go follow them, or most of you came from one of them. Like I got a lot of people from G and Nikki back in the day, who actually G and Nikki's daughter have done a few videos recently. Hey, it's working. It's working. Look at all them weather conditions. I'm so excited for myself right now. This is going to kill my chat, but I'm still so happy. So if you're here for the replay and you want to watch somebody's channel, now they can put it in. So if you want to see somebody's channel and you haven't had it, you can ask them to type in exclamation point pal and it'll give them the channel. Or, and I thought that's fun because y'all are my pals, right? So I thought that was a good way to do it. The other one that I have is dad joke. So if you do exclamation point dad joke, just kind of in honor of my dad, because he had the worst jokes and I loved him the most. So I saw somebody had put that on there on a random YouTube video that I was watching, so I had to add it. You've seen it on other live streams and wonder what it is. Yeah, it's just a way to help keep your chat interactive. And I try to be very interactive with y'all, but like one thing that I love about y'all, and even like you see this over at Tasharia over at Wellness with Frugal Mama in her chat in the mornings. She's live Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. They're all saying, I don't chat a lot in yours, Tasharia. I'm not gonna lie. I love your community. I absolutely do. I'm still waking up. And it's too much. I'm sorry. It's the truth. It's just, I can't. I love your community and I'll be there and I'm supporting you and I'm supporting your community. I can't. But that's where I saw a lot of these things. Oh, wait. Milk is also the fastest liquid on earth. It's pasteurized before you even see it. Oh no, these are going to be good ones too. What was the other one? What do you call a monkey in a minefield? A baboon. Oh no, I have messed myself up by giving me that option. I love it here. Yeah, Cheryl, it was so super easy, really. I can teach you in just a matter of minutes how to set it up. Now, how to do all the other fun stuff, I'm not entirely certain. But that's basically what it is, Gina, is it's a way for people in the chat to do different things. We were always playing a pirate game. But I don't know. I haven't figured out how to do that. But that was always fun because like the more often you were at a live stream, you would get more points. And then you could use your points to like do different things in the game that was playing in the chat that day. And anyway, so I just thought, I think it's really neat. I like the interaction. I want to build community. I want y'all to talk to each other and know each other. So the main reason I started it was because Cheryl, you are a wonderful moderator and you do a great job of talking to the people in the chat. So I didn't want you to have to also try to go out and find channels, but I have really been wanting y'all to be able to shout out your channels. And so I knew that there was a way to do that. I just had to figure it out. And so I found out Notbot was one of the ways to do that. And I had seen Tasharia using a Notbot. There's another one too. Streamlabs. That's the one. Yeah. I was like, there was another one that you used, Tasharia, that used to have a lot of fun things, but I couldn't find it. Streamlabs. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Let me write that down so I can go back, see if there's still Streamlabs. So I want it to be fun for y'all. I want it to be fun for me. Yeah, the dad jokes are a trip. I do have it like if you put it in and it doesn't immediately reply, give it like 10, 15 seconds because I wanted to be able to see chat too. And I know y'all are as bad as me and y'all are just going to be doing dad jokes the whole time. Oh, that's one. What's brown and sticky? A stick. I love it here. It's so much fun. Anyway, so and we got weather all over the place. Excuse me. It's like a new toy. Yeah, it is like a new toy. So that's what I have so far is y'all can shout out the weather where you are. You can shout out your own YouTube channel. Oh, if you're ever here and you're new and you're not subscribed to me, and Cheryl, this may be an easy thing for you to do too, but if you put in exclamation point YouTube, actually, Cheryl, if you don't mind testing that for me just to make sure I set it up. But if I were to ever have someone who was on my channel that was new, I could say, Cheryl, can you put in exclamation point YouTube? And it should give them a link to my channel, which it's easy enough when you're there normally to subscribe. But if you're going back through the replay or something like that, yeah, cool. That worked. Wonderful. I love it. I love it. I'm learning for y'all. I'm trying to do fun things and make it just more interactive because that's the part of the live stream that I like the most since I don't often or rarely have guests. I like to talk to y'all. And I like when y'all talk to each other. And so I wanted to make that more fun for y'all too. So I'm glad it worked. Y'all want dog facts and cat facts? I can probably find those again. There's one that does like music and everything on Twitch and all this kind of stuff. So I won't be doing any of that. But I may look at that. What was it called again? Streamlabs and see, because I remember me and Sarai over at Shah Sarai Vlogs. We used to always be on the live streams with Tasharia when she was studying for her personal trainer certification. She would do a live stream using the Pomodoro method. So we'd chat every 5 minutes with her when she was on break. And then Sarai and I would be pirates. It's just, I don't know. I'm always here. I'm always talking, but it's fun. It's just random things to do. Will it make it harder for me to keep up in the chat? Yes, probably. But I feel like I see a lot more comments than I click on, obviously. But if you do ever really want me to know something, just make sure if I don't answer it, it's just because I probably didn't see it or I just sort of skipped over it because y'all say hi to each other and I try to bypass those. Oh, I didn't see. See, just like that. Something happened and I didn't see. I saw the weathers all over the place, but I didn't notice that it wasn't giving accurate info. It's giving all the same weather for which place? Because I thought I saw a few up at the top. Oh, no, you're right. I wonder if I have something typed in there wrong. I don't know. Looks like it's right based off of what I saw. Huh. Okay. So we'll get back to the weather one then. We'll look at that, figure it out. Thank you, Lori. And that's what I mean. If there's something you want me to know and I'm not saying it, it's probably because I didn't see it because there's a lot going on. So just always feel free to type the question or a comment back in the chat. Non-scale victories. But now that we only have 20 minutes, how did that happen? What? It's fun. Oh, because we started playing with all the live stream tools. That probably took longer than I anticipated. I got so tickled at it, I couldn't help myself. So non-scale victory. So for those of you who are here, or those of you who are on the replay, if you're new here and you don't know, a non-scale victory is something that you accomplished in the month that has nothing to do with how much the scale says that you weigh. Even if you're not on a weight loss expedition, you still have victories every week. There are still things that you do to live your healthiest life, because hopefully that's what everybody here is trying to do, is live their healthiest, happiest life. Days are hard. We're not always good at it, but hopefully you're trying. So, I would like to discuss non scale victories, and I would like to start by asking y'all if you would share some of your non scale victories for the month of January. And please don't tell me that you don't have any, because that's just simply not the truth. Um, to put it bluntly, I feel like people look at things the wrong way. And I feel like that because it's where I came from. It's all in how you look at it, right? So it's very easy to come up with all of the things that you didn't do right. I feel like if we ask, you know, what were your pitfalls, for example, is a question people will ask. What was your low light? However you word it. What didn't go well for you this week? People be like, "Oh, this and this and this and this, and what did you do great?" Nothing. Not untrue. Untrue. You just got to look at it from a different perspective. Or like with the whole weight loss thought process, right? In fact, I know y'all have heard me say this before, but Sarah over at Lose Weight Sarah, who is a friend of mine, and she's actually brought a lot of wonderful subscribers to my page. So I'll forever be appreciative of that. But she actually put out a recent video of the one tip that she said she wished she knew. Not that it would have prevented her from getting the VSG, but she just wished she had learned it earlier and it would have made the whole process a lot easier. And that was adding healthy habits. Why are you restricting? And you have heard me say this before. When I'm talking to somebody new, the first thing I will be asking is, what healthy thing can you add? Because people think of diets and people think of restrictions. I think of a diet as the way that I eat food and what types of foods that I eat to fuel my body, what supplements I take to fuel my body, right? But what healthy thing can you add? Because the more you add, the things that don't serve you anymore go by the wayside. And then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm not even doing that anymore. In fact, I've been thinking, hold on, let me check the chat. And then I want to tell you what I've been thinking about tracking habits if I forget. Because y'all are posting non scale victories. I don't want to talk. Oh, yeah, I saw that Michelle got a rescue doggy. He's so cute. Mary met her steps goal for January. That is wonderful. Marcy got her steps up to 10,000 from 2,000 since December. Crushing it. That's huge. That is such a big improvement. And she's been posting it on her YouTube. She does workouts on her YouTube channel. If you don't know Marcy, definitely go check her out. But that is a wonderful improvement, Marcy. Mom says she was able to go up and down the steps at the courthouse all by herself. I told the Fit Squad about that in our workout, Mom, and that made me so happy. I was like, the best part of my week was my mom said she could go up the steps with no help and it didn't hurt. That's wonderful to be able to do things that you would have dreaded before even attempting because of the pain. Now you got them. I love that. I'm glad the exercises are working for you, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Mary started bouncing on the rebounder again, and you discovered you liked it, and now she has a new rebounder to share is with me 100%. What healthy things can you add? Stop thinking about restriction. Cheryl's non-scale victory. She reached her steps goal. She's going for the 1,000,000 steps in the 2 months. She did all of her live streams, even with anxiety before before telling her to cancel. That's right. Cheryl has not missed a live stream yet. She has been there. Even when her guests couldn't go, I showed up. You know, I follow Cheryl everywhere. Uh, but yeah, doing them can sometimes there's days I'm like, oh, I can't do the live stream today. Not recently, but in the like I told y'all, Vlogmas guys, who you don't know. Some of them Vlogmases I don't even remember. That's the truth. I kind of kicked in the trainer mode. So for y'all, they're probably extra fun. For me, I barely remember them. That's the truth. Gina stopped eating late at night. How'd you do that? Give my mama tips. We've talked about this before, Mama. I'm not just specifically calling you out, but my mama has trouble with not eating. Congratulations. Yeah, y'all are all doing great. Yeah, Camille had crap for weather and still got her steps in. Lori says she's been working on being able to do a lunge with your trainer, and you've progressed down to using just a yoga block to kneel on. Nice, nice. When I started lunges, I used my barbell because that's what coach taught me. Because we were actually, random side story, real quick, we were going to do our very first live stream together, and I had never actually like spoken to her like in a conversation using our voices back and forth. But anyway, I do a lunge and she's like, okay, wait, do that one more time. And she's like, what is she? She's like, okay, we're going to have to fix that. I was doing, it's, we won't even go with how wrong I was doing it, but because I didn't know anything. And she was like, yeah, no. So I used my barbell for a lunge. And then I said a few weeks ago when I first started taking these medicines for the arthritis, I was in a workout with coach and I just did a back lunge and my knee hit the ground. I'm like, what the, what just happened? And so then I had to try it on the other leg and I could do it as well. But it was never a strength thing. It was a pain thing. Um, so that medicine has been very, very helpful, I gotta say. But yeah, no, that's wonderful to progress all the way down to just a yoga block with good balance and everything. Oh yeah, hey coach, I was just talking about you. You remembered it's Thursday. I know I've got everybody's schedules all messed up. Earlier, Mary's like, your live stream at 6. I'm like, oh no, is it 6? I thought it was at 5. Let me go. I had to go check on my own self. I was like, oh no, when was I doing them? We didn't do non-scale victories last week because it was the first Thursday, and I was thinking I'd do NSVs on the first Monday, but we don't do live streams on Monday no more. Let's see. I'll see. We're giving non-scale victories, coach, for January. What was your non-scale victory? Oh, well, thanks for being here, Marcy. We appreciate it. Hey, Ron, thanks for joining. I got to join Ron on his live stream for a little bit the other day. I'm normally working when you do your live streams in the morning, Ron, but I was sitting there and I looked at my phone and I opened up YouTube and I was like, oh, Ron's live. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing right now. I probably should have been, but I had a few minutes. So I was able to join him. Are you still recovering? Okay. I would hope and assume. Also, since Coach Kirsten and Ron just recently jumped in and they both have channels, I have done something fun with my chats. If you put in exclamation point pal, PAL, because you're my pal, it will give your YouTube channel link in the comments so that anyone who is here live or in the replay and watching the comments could go to your channel as well. You were giving a hip update. Yeah. Ron had his hip replaced. Yay, it worked. There's Ron's channel. So yeah, coach, if you want, you can do, you don't have to, but you can do exclamation point pal. Gina says her last munch before she's done for the evening is a large glass of water with some protein. The protein helps keep you full because it used to be chips. Oh, that's actually a really, really good idea. Oh, it looks like it might have caught Michelle's right before yours, though, coach. You may have to do yours again. I have a timeout on it to where it only lets you do it like every 5 or 10 seconds. So, coach, try that one more time. Please, if you don't mind, because I'd love people to go subscribe to you. Because I love you. That's why. All of y'all. I wanted, but everybody else got to do it earlier when we were playing with it. Ron said he had a PT visit today. It's going to be sometime before you're walking without a walker or a cane. That's okay. You did it before, Ron. You know you can do it again. Oh, yeah. And smash the like button because I don't say that until the very, very end. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. If you didn't hit the like button on your way in, please go ahead and do it now. All right. So, yeah, those are great non-scale victories. Lots of fitness-related victories. A lot of just improvement in daily activity. Victories. There's all kinds. So I have a few different non-scale victories for the month. We have about 10 minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and share some of mine. If you think of any other non-scale victories that you would like to share, please do so, because again, I think a lot of it is people aren't thinking about things as non-scale victories when in fact they are, because it is anything that helps you live your happiest and healthiest life that again has nothing to do with how much the scale says that you weigh. So in January, one of my big non-scale victories was I went and saw a lot of doctors. I don't like them. I don't like them. I'm not a fan. I have white coat syndrome real bad. It's not as bad now that I've lost some weight, but this last doctor kind of triggered it real bad for me again, uh, which you could see by the anxious video I put out trying that freedom ice, which was a whole experience in my mouth. But it gives me great anxiety. And then I had to go see him again like 2 weeks later to get the results to find out that I was in menopause. But for me, going to the doctor to figure out, okay, something is wrong. You don't know what it is. I thought I was going crazy and then maybe I was dying or had some, like, I didn't know what was going wrong. The fog was so deep and heavy, I couldn't get out of it. I just was lost in it, but it wasn't a depression fog. I've had those too. It wasn't that. It was just, anyway. But I did it. I went to the doctor. I scheduled the appointments. I went to the appointments. I got all the blood drawn. I did all of the x-rays. I did all of the things that they wanted me to do to try to live my happiest, healthiest life. And so for that, I'm proud because, I did put it off. I did. But I'm proud I finally did it. So it's a victory. Oh, that's very true. Ron says just having another day with his wife, family, friends, and being thankful for another day is his non-scale victory. I wake up, I think Sherry said that like it was either this morning or yesterday morning. She's like, she wakes up happy. Me too. Every day I wake up, I'm like, whoo, thank you, God. I appreciate it. We're going to do this one more day. We got one more day to do this. We're going to try to do the best we can today. I get really excited when I wake up in the morning because, for a lot of years, I didn't think I was going to. Uh-oh, we're going to take a little sip on that. So it's great to be able to wake up and feel excited and to be able to easily go to sleep because you're not worried about that. May I still die in the middle of the night? Maybe, but I'm not worried about it anymore. Oh, you finally got to work in the garden. Is it time to work in the garden, Tasharia? We're not doing that, just planting all the things all the time because you have the seeds? Or are you getting all of the things ready for when it's time to plant the seeds? I don't know anything about gardens. I can't help you. I'll learn from you though, but I can't help you. Gina's happy when you make your bed. That's great. I don't make my bed. So, that's more than I do in a day. When it comes to bed making, I don't. I know people have issues with that, whatever. Ron says he saw the video I did on the drink. You might give it a try. The Freedom Ice. The flavor was really good, but the fact that the flavor could somehow change in my mouth and when I swallow it, Anna was a little anxious, so maybe it was a little heightened, but it was just weird. But the flavor was good, so I would recommend it. And I'd be curious to see what other people thought it tasted like. She's laughing at me. Both. Okay. She's getting ready for what she's going to be playing. Michelle says, got to start now from seeds in a warm windowsill. Okay, so then you're right on target. Michelle says it's time to start, and you're starting. Look at you crushing it already, Chariot. You like to pull back the comforter and open a window to air out the sheets. Yeah, that's why I don't make my bed. I just slept under there. Like I need that to get some air. Me and the dogs, we're both under there, and and let's just be real honest. We all have gas. So you want it to air out a little bit. And another non-scale victory is I allowed myself a nap anytime I needed it, and I did not feel guilty about it. I worked it into my schedule, and I took a nap because that's one of the things. I've been exhausted since this menopause or post-menopause or whatever. one of the things is I was in this fog, which is much better finally now. But like yesterday was a rough day. It was like it started out well. I did a workout with coach, felt good. Started working, felt good. Had a protein bar, which I have had literally dozens of times. It's my favorite. It's the Fit Crunch bar. And I got sick. And I had that feeling coming, then the fog comes, and I took a nap. It's a non-scale victory. I never thought I'd be telling y'all a non-scale victory is that I now nap when needed, but I nap when needed because sometimes with everything that I'm going through right now, I need a nap. And so I am lucky enough that I can do that with my schedule. So I even took a sick day, like an actual sick day I can't say it wasn't the whole day. I did join 2 calls. But for me, that is still a sick day. I'll be on vacation taking calls sometimes. I try not to. And the 2 calls that they were really important. I didn't want to miss them either, but my boss basically told me don't work and take those off. But I did. That's all that I did that day was attend those 2 calls. I didn't check an email. I didn't do nothing. I was out. Out of office. I only joined those 2 calls. I didn't respond to any Teams messages from my team, nothing. I told them to call me if they had any issues. So, I mean, I knew they weren't chatting about anything other than probably happy happy news about different things. They chat about funny stuff in our chats. Okay, wait. Naps are glorious. They are when you need them. Adult naps are underrated. I agree. Especially menopause naps are the best naps. It's not long either. Most of the time, it's like 20 to 30 minutes. I close my eyes. I turn on Phantasmic. It always ends up this. The other day, it was playing like Vivaldi. I'm like, how? I mean, I guess it's classical music and Phantasmic's. Anyway, whatever. It's normally like something Disney related when I wake up because I will fall asleep listening to Phantasmic. It was Vivaldi the other day. Anyway. Shell says when she worked for a PT, you all had a quiet room 30-minute every afternoon. Yeah, that's you wish you could nap. It's the best, Gina. I just lay down and then I'm asleep. I mean, it takes me a few minutes. Probably about 3 to 5 minutes, but that's how I fall asleep at night too. I don't lay in bed I'm only in bed to sleep. That's all that I do. I don't, although I love that Camille was here earlier with her popcorn in her bed. I sleep in the bed. That's all that I do there. And the only thing else that I do in that room is change clothes. Otherwise, I'm not in that room. I'm in this room. This is my room. This is my office and my workout space, or my living room, or my dining room. I sleep in my bedroom. That's it. That's all it's for. And change clothes. Will says he can't sleep very good when the sun is up. You need blackout curtains. Yep, I have a sleep mask. That works for me. It's great too. It's got like this bump out for the nose, so it's not like pressing on you, and it's like the eyes are, I don't know how to show that, like they're kind of cupped. So like it's not pressing against your eyes, it's just black. I put on a little sleep mask, I'll be like, I can't say her name. Play Phantasmic. Takes 22 minutes to play that song, and then it normally transitions into something else. Disney related normally. But once I'm asleep, I'm asleep. So, well, it's not always Phantasmic. Sometimes if I know I have a little bit longer, maybe like a Star Wars soundtrack or Harry Potter soundtrack is really actually pretty good to sleep to. The earlier ones. The later ones get a little bit too, like they've woken me up before, but like especially the Sorcerer's Stone. Nobody's asking any of these questions, but the Sorcerer's Stone is also really good to sleep to. Okay, so let me give sleep mask here with you too, Gina. Yeah, I love it. Gina says she read once that naps should only be 20 minutes. If you nap, you would wake up 4 hours later. Now I call those, I took a whole nother sleep because sometimes I do take a whole nother sleep, but normally I only take a nap. And it's normally about I'm in the bed for like 30 to 45 minutes. I just lay on the top of the bed. And I still don't make it after that either. Hold on. I had taken notes in my non-scale victories. I saw the doctor. I took naps. I made sure both of them were on there. Another non-scale victory is I hit my second highest steps goal, which I talked about earlier, but still, the thing that was different about it was that I didn't even know I was close, because the last two times I set a goal, I mean, we were talking about it on my YouTube channel when I was trying to get there and how my steps were and everything. And this month, as the month had ended, I went and looked at my steps and was like, oh crap, if I hadn't gotten sick and like taken them 2 days off, I took one day off of work, but I took 2 days off from like working out and stuff. I didn't even hit 10,000 steps either of those days. I might have gotten like my highest steps ever. So, non-scale victory, second highest steps ever without realizing it. And I believe the reason that I was able to do that was because of the rebounder. So I'll end on this. Ken says he takes a nap every day, sometimes 2 or 3. I have on, when it was real bad, I would have a morning nap and an afternoon nap instead of a break. So again, I'm lucky that I have a set schedule of calls that I do. And then outside of that, I'm able to work on whatever I need to work on. So if that means I start work right after boot camp at 7:30 and work for 30 minutes instead of starting at 8 when I'm supposed to, then somewhere else in the day, if I don't have a meeting, I don't feel bad about taking a 30-minute nap. I'm salary. Technically, I don't even have to do any of that. That's just my work ethic. I'm going to put in 8 hours for you because that's what you're paying me for. And then I do toggle back and forth with how many hours I work in a week. Whatever. So, rebounder. I love it, guys. It's great. This is not for me to promote for you to do it, but it's great. And so I'm going to talk about it because I talk about all the things that are great for me to do. So the thing that I decided to do was in line with my word of the year. So if you weren't here for that announcement, my word of the year is stamina. And I want to build my stamina and I couldn't. I have done so many couch to 5K trainings and I never can finish them. And I always stop because it's too painful for me to run without stopping for that long. It's too painful. The motion, the impact on my joints. I could run for about 5 minutes that's the longest that I ever did. I did a 6-minute jog, not even a run, a jog, right? But 6 minutes straight was the farthest I ever went. I think that was probably the day that I stopped because my knee was just crushed and in pain. So what I have decided to do for the year, which I hadn't actually announced, it's just sort of my own thing that I'm doing, right, is I wanted to start jumping on the trampoline on the rebounder. And I just sort of do like a high knee run in place, like a run in place. I started week 1 with 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So then on February 1st, I did 5 minutes straight. And so now I should say I do at least one, like the first week I did at least 1 minute without stopping every day, Monday through Friday. The next week I did at least 2 minutes without stopping. Right. So then I would bounce on it throughout the day, but I had one intentional session every day, Monday through Friday, of jumpaline for time. And so now this week I'm doing 6 minutes. So I play music, I turn on a TV, and now I got to blare it because it's not so loud. And then I set a timer, and I normally do it to music because there's it's not suitable for work. It's inappropriate in a lot of ways, but Todrick Hall has an album called Jim, Jim. It's like the boy's name. Not necessarily appropriate, but I put it on and just that music just gets me going, and it's got such a good beat, and a lot of the songs carry the same beat through, so I can just continue my stamina. So my goal is every week to add 1 minute to my stamina. So I think that ends up, they say the 1% rule, right? Where you shouldn't add more than 1% every week over week. But I feel like if I need to back off a little bit, I will. But my goal is, the last time I did walk a 5K, it took me about 50 minutes. And if I can increase 5 minutes every month, in theory, although it'll be on a trampoline, I should be able to do like a run, jog in place on the trampoline. My goal is to get my my goal is to get to 50 minutes. I'm hoping on the first of the year or the last of the year, I haven't actually decided. I'm going to go for an hour and I want to do a live stream. Um, so that's my accountability for that. But my non-scale victory is that I'm already up to, in just a month, 5 minutes nonstop. Well, 6 minutes actually, 6 minutes this week. But last month it was 5 minutes. And we're doing this for January. Um, but 5 minutes nonstop on the jumpaline, and it doesn't hurt. It's wonderful. I can even do jumping jacks. I can do the split leg bounce. I love it so much because I feel like there are a lot of times that I personally, now at the level where I am, I feel like I don't get a good workout because my joints hurt too much to get that level of workout to really get my heart rate up. I struggle to get my heart rate up. I think, Mom, I think that may just be something. Now that I'm so much healthier, it's hard for me to get my heart rate up. My resting heart rate, I think, is like 54 normally. When I started this, my resting heart rate was like almost 80 when I just started weight loss, right? So, I mean, my resting heart rate continues to go down as I get healthier and more fit, which is great. That's a wonderful sign. But for me, sometimes it's hard for me to get my heart rate up because I can't jump. Well, I could. It hurts. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to get a knee replacement, anytime sooner than I need one. I'm trying to take care of my body. And if it means that I can't jump, then I don't jump. But on the jump lane, I can. And man, it just feels so good. Anyway, I'm real excited about it. And so that's my goal. And my non-scale victory was 5 minutes in a row. My plan for stamina for the year is to prove that physically I was able to increase my stamina by doing a 1 hour live stream where I jump on a jump lane. So hopefully you'll be there for that. Hopefully I'll be there for that. It really is though. That's my plan, guys. It's consistency. It's every day. It's a goal. I feel like it's reachable and attainable. I mean, will I make accommodations along the way? I may need to. I don't know. But my goal right now is to be on a 1 hour live stream and jump on the trampoline. Will I need to take breaks? Will I need to rest? Will I walk some or just march in between? Will I do intervals? I don't know. We're going to see. That's what I'm going to find out over the next year. But I will do whatever it takes to increase my physical stamina. That's not the only way stamina comes into effect, but that's the one that I'll be working on with the jumpaline and the rebounder. So, oh no, y'all been talking a lot. I kind of got off in my feelings there for a moment, was just sharing with y'all, and y'all been talking. Oh, Camille says naps make you squiggly. I love it. Congrats on the steps. Thanks, Gina. I was just shocked, to be honest. When I went, I was like, whoa, how am I over 400,000 steps? I'm like, 420 what? I was like, what's my highest ever? Do you notice the difference in your joints between the springs and the bungee? Yes, the bungee is softer on my knees, for sure. Yeah, okay, so Mary agrees. The bungees are much softer. Michelle says, like that Hardy Sing truck bed, you sang it like I'm also ready for divorce. Oh, wait, I don't know what. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm lost on that one. You really thinking of getting one, Fitness Made Fun? I mean, Gina, I would, look into it. I love it. It's just so much easier on my joints. I can run, and I couldn't do that before. I'm really excited. So, Cheryl also says she's happy she made the purchase. Sure. Mary says definitely get one with bungees. Yeah, if you do get one, look for one with bungees because it is better for low impact. We went on a cheaper end because we got one you had to put together. I would say look for something like that, or look for something that's already put together, but not the cheapest. I mean, you're jumping on it, right? You don't want a cheap piece of equipment. So ours was not cheap. Ours was cost effective because it was on sale. It was well made, right? So there's a difference between cheap and low quality. You want cheap. You don't want low quality. Um, oh, I need to listen to Hardy. Truck Bed is the song name. Is it like one of them funny songs? It sounds like they're based off of what I read there. Oh, Sherry is searching. Share, I'll be happy to share the one. Actually, you're in our Discord if you want. I'll share the link. Are you in my Discord? I could say it's because it's our Discord. I just am the one who set it up. But I call it my Discord because it's got my name on it, but it's our Discord. I can put the link to the one we got if you're interested to share it. So that you can see, you don't have to buy the same one we do, but you can see what the features are of the one that we have that you may be interested in. Because I think we thought Coach got the same one as me, but I don't think Kirsten got the same one that I did because hers looked different in the picture. It's the same brand, I think, though. Anyway, there's a bunch of different brands. I did research on it, so yeah, it's great, man. I love it. It's been wonderful. So I'm up to 5 minutes on my rebounder. I'm way over time tonight, guys. I got a little excited. Give me just a second. Just one more time for fun. We're going to see what the dad joke is. Is it still returning information? Will it do it if I do it? It does. Dad joke to end the night, guys. I went to the doctor today and he told me I had a type A blood, but it was a typo. That's so stupid. I love it. So with that, guys, we're going to call it a night. Like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe if you know how. And comment down below. What was your favorite fun new live stream feature? You want to know about dog and cat facts? I can add them in for us if we want. And until next time, I do have some videos coming out, but I'll see you next Thursday, 5 p.m. Central. I'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. It was a fun one.